Hi guys, Dorota Palicka, International Nail Artist and Educator here, and I'm in with my client. We are going to do some set of the sculpted nails. So I have removed the old set. There are some tiny bit of stains from the fake tan, so I'm trying to file the natural nail as short as possible, but I cannot file it anymore because there is a high hyponychium. Actually, all those nails got like really high hyponychium, especially the thumbs. So I'll also show you what you can do it to make your life easier to apply the nail form. As you can see it here, I've got a tiny bit of product left, so I make sure I do remove it completely and then clean any dust, dehydrate it with the blue scrub, and that will give us a nice preparation of the nail plate to the extensions. And then I'm grabbing the forms. Now, quite often you guys ask me like why I don't use the bonding gel, the base gel. I will show you what I use because this acts like a kind of bonding gel. So I'm preparing my forms. Usually for those nails the form goes on really nice and easy underneath, but sometimes I need to cut out a tiny bit for those hyponychiums. So I'm just trimming a tiny wee bit in there, and then we can slide the form nicely in. Usually I go behind my client to hide their view because otherwise they keep their finger in funny position. So hide the client view, squeeze the form in between the fingers, and then that's our form applied. Okay, nice and straight. Then after we done this part, dehydrate with an extra nail prep, because during the form application it might happen that we touch the nail or so. The color which we are going to use is a perfect rose, so wait for this nail prep to dry, and then we are going to apply the universal air bond. And the universal air bond is a product which will give us a really nice adhesion of the product to the natural nails, and it acts like a base gel, like a bonding gel. Okay, the only difference in between this product is that you don't have to cure it, and that's why I love it. Like, it saves you so much time because of those curing. I'm picking up a small scoop of the product on the one side of my gel brush and then apply it everywhere nice and thinly on the natural nail plate, like nice and thin. This is actually quite quick and easy set, I would say, but it looks awesome and it's quite trending, and I think it will be really popular for a summertime, like especially of the colors which we are going to use today. So I hope you will really enjoy it. But anyway, I'm extending the tiny bit free edge. We are going to go to the letter S.5-ish, and then make sure I don't miss product on the corners. Just relax it and fill up this missing one. Great, now we can give it a cure. So it is a 60 seconds cure.
I've just tapped that on the lamp.
Oh no!
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay, those things happen. So my client has created nice free nail art on those nails. And if it does happen, just finish the curing. So what I'm gonna do it is just add a tiny bit on that corner. That's the corner we was fighting for, but it's okay. It does happen, don't worry. It can happen. So just touch up this place and then finish the curing. We don't want to disturb the curing, so just like a full cure, just like properly in. Perfect, don't get scared, it's fine, it does happen. You better off to kind of do a full cure in this kind of situation, guys, and then just play around it, and I will show you that. So this is actually an awesome tutorial. Thank you so much. Yeah, we love when the things happen on the camera. Same if, because sometimes it can happen to you guys as well. So the clients goes with the hand and hit and it wasn't in the lamp properly, but some light could activate the chemical reaction and the products could start curing. Again, you better off, it doesn't matter if it's a gel polish, you better off finish the curing and then just remove this product. Do not play with uncured product because it is just not nice and danger. Okay, that's the nail cure. So I'm picking up a small scoop of the product. I can actually pull this form out. Let me just check the length. We are just about, so no, don't pull the form because this corner is missing product. Okay, let's do a tiny wee bit in here. just prolong that missing corner. I mean, obviously with those kind of nail we will have much more work, but that's not a big deal. So that's my first layer complete after this step, and then once it's secure we can build up the apex. So cook it again. Okay, so let's build those apex now. Now I can pull this form out to make my client life comfier. Nice and thin layer through the entire nail. Just same like I would do it if the bang wouldn't happen. And then pick up our scoop for the apex. So a really decent scoop, like as much as you can squeeze it on the brush, trying to keep it on the one side of the brush, and then build up our apex. You can see it, I'm avoiding this place because we don't have to place as much product in that lamp. So it looks a bit wonky, but we can easily fix it during the filing. Actually, it doesn't look that bad anymore. And then let's cook it. So again, 60 seconds cure, and in the meantime I'm going to show you what we are going to use for this design for those jelly aura nails. Like, I think it's super cool and quick way to do a nice and summer nails. I'm going to use this nail art tool, and it's actually awesome because it is in this rounded shape, which will speed up our work because you don't have to play with it too much. Now, anytime I'm working with the sponge, I like to use the form, the back of the form, to prepare it. So what you do is you just tap it in. See, there was a particle of the dust. Even if it's a brand new, there might be some particles. Do not place your sponge too strongly on the form, because when it's brand new form, like it is really strong glue. And usually I would keep this form because I don't like to waste the things. I would keep it, so I will have it for cleaning my my tool. And then the other part goes kept on the side of my nail desk in a desk organizer for some nail art. So I love to paint gels. I love to put painting gels on that, but that's the nail cooked. So I'm going to grab the UV cleanser and remove the inhibition layer, and then let's shape it in a coffin shape. So we have to file one side and then other side. Blend everything around the cuticle area. This is a must-have when we file, like we always have to blend everything in here. Shorten the free edge, but remember we did have just enough product at the free edge, so I'm very carefully shortening it, and I'm going to remove this bulk where we had the bang. I don't have to file my apex, I want to keep the thickness of it. And that's our nail almost finished. Again, I don't want to touch the free edge until we finish the buffing. So the next step is grab the buffer. The white one is quite nice and strong. I actually love it. And then buff it, the entire nail. Then using a gray buffer, we are going to go really nicely around those nail folds, around the cuticle area. I can see I've got a tiny bit too much product in there. Touch it up with the file. I also love to use this buffer because it acts almost like a dust brush. It removes any excess of the dust and make the surface nice and smooth, so it's easier for me to decide where I want to file. Clean it everything, and now I can shape my free edge, because before that I was scared I might make it too short. So I had to have everything in place, making sure the shape is nice, and then we correct the free edge. And ta-da! Even with the bang, the nail doesn't look bad. I will have to remember to put that in the description of the video, how to say bang nail. I also love to check the client view because it's usually a slightly different to our view, so I can see it. I could taper this side a little bit more, and also I could shorten the free edge a tiny bit more again. Okay, touch up on the cuticle area, and then we can move on into the design because I cannot wait to show you those aura nails done with the sponge. Okay, so clean the entire set. No, it's too long still. Touch up. That is better. Blue scrub to remove any dust particles which might be on the nails and to clean the things. Obviously, after we finish the set, we are going to wash the hands and apply the cuticle oil, just so the things will look even nicer, neater, and prettier. Unfortunately, my client has lots of fake tan on the hands and on the nails, which never looks attractive. But it's fine, we'll still make it nice and pretty. Now I've got one air bubble in there as well, but I'm going to keep this air bubble again to show you like how we are gonna fix it. So this hand and the colors which we are going to use is the 238 and the orangey one, which is 239. So just slap it in right in the middle, like right in the middle. So this hole should fill up with the product. If it doesn't, we'll have to fix it. And then I also have to fix the corner with the top coat and a tiny bit of the primer. There we are. So usually you see things as you go and then you kind of keep fixing them. So my form stays there. So I can just keep removing it and then slap the second color on. Do it kind of random. I love the way they mix together. Like, I think it looks super pretty. And then just dab it in, just like this. So the first layer is quite nice and delicate, which will give us the image of those aura on the nails. Try to keep it kind of like an oval shape, I would say. I think it's actually really easy set. We could also add some green through it as well and make it almost like a watermelon set. Okay, inside to cure it. So here I had too much. I have just absorbed it with the sponge. You could see it. Okay, my hole didn't fix because there is a dust in there. So I've got an eyelash tweezer. And usually I would just go and poke into that hole to remove those dust particles. And then when we apply the top coat will fill up the hole and it will disappear. It's a really awesome trick. Change. I love this orange showing through it. So the second layer will be more visible. but you're trying to do it at more right in the middle. Okay, so much more gentle on the blending. And change. It would look awesome also in the rainbow colors as well. Like all sort of different shades. And then depending how fussy you are, you can go and do one more layer. Change. And again, try to go smaller. I couldn't miss the orange. I was thinking like just do it with the pink, but then no, I can't miss this orange. So you can see the shape of this tool is like a little bit in a peak. So before I was touching it quite strong to get a large shape. Now I'm just doing it right in the middle without of putting too much pressure. Change. I'm also trying to massage it to don't bring too much of the air bubbles. Very interesting summery look. Change. And then it's a time for a top coat. So I'm using a Block the UV top coat. I might actually touch them up again. Yes, that was good choice. So with the product which I've got left over, I'm just making them slightly bigger. Change. That's okay. Don't bang it again, please. Yeah, I'm kind of massaging things. Also look what I'm doing, how I'm holding the nail folds. Hide them so you don't get any product on the nail folds of the client nails. Perfect. Change. Top coat, and then we can see the full results of this cool design. You could also add some nail art over it, like wee stars or glitter. But yeah, no filter next time. Because it's showing up really badly. We've got nice weather, so you could lie in the garden and enjoy the sun. Okay, I can see that's my top coat starts running. I'm applying quite a decent amount of the top coat because I want to cover any kind of air bubbles, so I cannot do any more than 3 nails. Just clean up those edges and change the hand. Listen kind of to your product. So sometimes I can do all 5 nails, sometimes I can do 1 nail, depending on the weather. The product consistency would be slightly different, so it's good to just listening to your product. Okay, this one needs to be fixed, so after this one I'm not going to paint any more nails. And change it. Oh, my tummy keeps rumbling. Would you like a wee star or something on them, or you like them plain?
I quite like them the way they are.
It's I don't know, it looks a little bit like a jelly or a watermelon, isn't it? Change.
So cool.
I could actually wear it on my nails as well, because I love this color combination. The pink and orange looks always cool together. Now guys, please let me know if you would like to see it on different color combinations of this design, because I think it has potential like to be really popular this year, and clients might requested it quite often in different color range. And also I hope you have found it really useful to see what to do if we've got a wee bang or when the things happen on our nails. So we can say thank you to my client for doing so for us. So here is another wee air pocket with the dust. Just remove it. There we are. It's gone. Because the top got filled instead of the white particles of the dust. Clean up this top coat. It cannot be there. Check the other nails before curing. This one got dusty. And change. So that's the full results of the set of the nails we have done it today. We have to just clean the hands, and then I can take a beautiful thumbnail picture, but I want to show you at least at one nail, because it's a huge difference when we clean obviously all the mess which we have created. But it's a really nice juicy set of the nail, I would call it. Okay, we both sending you huge glittery hugs and hope to see you in the next video. Bye!